So I know there's obviously going to be people asking me once again to continue the series, but I really can't. I love that you guys love the series as much as I do, but this is where I actually have to call it. But let's see what happens at the last one. And I'm really happy that we were able to get 100 years into the future. That's really awesome. But at this point, again, it's really not that much happening. And there's actually not. That's not the reason why I have to end this. But YouTube is kind of a balance between new series and old series. I will, for the rest of my life, say series. It's a tough balance. There it is. Okay, well there we go. I'm glad that we had something pretty big and eventful. Thank you for someone proving me right that there are formable nations. I know that nobody was like, Drew, I don't believe you. You're stupid. But I was talking about it this entire campaign, and it's so nice to see it finally happen at the very end. Thank you, Rhode Island. Thank you so much. YouTube is really a balance between new series and old series, and it's important. It's really important for your channel to continue to grow, and that's by pumping out series. It's just something that I've got to do more often. I want my channel to continue to grow. It's the only way that that's just how I support myself now. And I've got to. I can't go too long into certain series, and that's just the way YouTube works. I can't do, like, there were times where I did series where I, 40, 50 long videos, 40, 50, 60 videos into one series, and that's usually not really good. That's usually pretty bad in terms of growth, because, again, as I've said, people stop watching. People get too far behind and they'll just stop. It's hard for them to keep up daily, and that's just kind of the life of YouTube. But I definitely respect everyone's feedback. That's super important to me, and that's why I wanted to continue this for a little bit longer, because, as I've said, that's really, really a big deal to me. So I will always read comments. I record in blocks. No matter how many times someone says, no how many times someone says in the comment section, Drew does not read comments. No, I read comments every night, and I'm gonna continue to say that until pretty much someone just until there's always gonna be the reply where no, Drew reads comments, he just records in blocks, because that happens most of the time right now. I'd like to see it happen 95% of the time. That would be really, really awesome. I know that not everyone catches that sort of stuff, but anyways, that'd be really cool. And so I'm just gonna continue to drive that home. Drive that theme home. Anyways, so looks like there are no wars going on, but let's go ahead and check on the world as a whole. Got Colombia and La Plata now bordering each other. Oh my gosh, La Plata looking super good. La Plata does not like Brazil, and Brazil's not allied to anybody, so they're kind of screwed. In terms of Europe, they look about exactly the same since France took Normandy back. Who's Egypt allied to? Okay. Hindustan was formed. Awesome. The Moguls have completely collapsed here. Ming has collapsed too. Ming does what Ming does, and they exploded. And that is such a Ming thing to do. You're so Ming right now. You're so Ming. Next time, someone gets mad, tell them that. Stop exploding, Ming. Stop being a Ming. I swear, Ming will always explode, and this is the only opportunity I thought they would not explode because we had random development on. But no, they still exploded. That's what they do. They're Ming. Anyways, is there something happens here? Something's happening. Again, and one other thing while we're pressing forward is I know that this is there's always people that think differently and stuff like that, but man, I love random development. And you have to, I have to understand, if I were to come back to this, it would for sure be, again, random development, because we've already played the scenario where it's the development that's meant to be. The development that, now this is going to be highly not what it was in the very beginning, because obviously all the AIs have developed certain states and, so on. But, yeah, there's no point in me doing traditional development, because that would have been the same exact scenario if it was traditional as the first time I did SuperStates. But because it was random, that's why we had so many different results. We would have seen slightly different results if it was the same development, but we probably would have seen a really strong California. Look at, we would have seen Texas and California. Everyone knew that those two were going to be super powerful, but because it was random, it was great to see both of them. Look at both of them. California and Texas. Just, what are you doing? What's going on? And there is the war, again, Guanajuato, Indiana versus Montana, and Montana's kind of puppet Iowa. So yeah, I'm really happy about random development. If I were to play again, I would probably definitely have to have it, on SuperStates at least. If I were to review again an extended timeline AI only, which is definitely a possibility, I think I mentioned that before when I was going to end the series, it'd probably be random too, because I've pretty much done almost everything I can in terms of modded AI only EU4 battles. If it's a custom battle, then yeah, I mean, that's kind of a different story, but like, let's say, and I'll just be completely honest, I'm thinking about doing the present day mod again. EU4 AI only present day. That was by far, in terms of viewership, the biggest, because everyone can get involved in that. But I would almost guarantee you I'd do random development. That way we don't have to, that way no one knows what to expect. You know, someone out of Africa, which would be wonderful to see someone out of Africa become really, really powerful. It's really, really annoying to me with the traditional development on the present day AI only. I know there's this big war going on, but we already know who's going to win. It's really annoying to me, like, that North America and South America always stay the same in those mods, in those 8 AI only battles. I'm hoping with random Canada becomes stronger and we actually see some fighting going on. It's also really annoying to see China just dominate too, just rip through things. Random development, well, they'll probably still do really well, but we might see a power come out of nowhere with random development. So again, I know it's kind of controversial. Some people don't like it, some people like it, but at this point, in order to keep AIs interesting, AI only's in EU4 interesting, it's safe to say I'd probably do it random again. Definitely SuperStates, but not definitely if it's the present day. I'm still considering it. We'll see. What the heck just happened? Okay, so pretty much just Iowa again lost territory, and now it's just Montana on the chopping block, or I guess Sonora too. They could technically also be on the chopping block. Guanajuato took a lot of... Oh, no way. We're finally seeing non-superstate war. This is the first time it's a superstate versus a non-superstate. And Tabasco's going at it. They've got Guanajuato's help. Why did Puebla not join? Was this offensive? Might have been offensive. Tabasco declared war on Colombia. Puebla was like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good, dude. And then Guanajuato's like, yeah, let's do it. Wait a second, is La Plata involved? No, they're not. Okay, so maybe it was Colombia. Because oh no, they're just not allied, Drew. What am I talking about? They must have got mad at each other or something. Yeah, they rivaled each other. That's what happened. Interesting. Interesting to see all this happen. I like it. Looks like Guanajuato pretty much has this. Also a little bit of staggering, which I wasn't expecting. That started happening a video or two ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually seeing that, like, you know, those jumps, which is not good. We saw it in, what were we doing before? EU4. I knew that it's an EU4 problem and a modded problem, not my computer. When I got the new computer, I noticed that kind of pulsating, or whatever you want to call it, was still going on. So that's kind of like, I think that's EU4 that can't handle, you know, the performance. It might be EU4 in general, not just mods. But yeah, clearly Colombia is going to lose this, which means Tabasco is going to get a bunch of territory, especially if they desired a lot of this stuff, which I think they might have. We've not checked on desire. Well, they kind of don't desire that much. But that's what happened to the Tabasco-Puebla alliance. If Guanajuato starts to be distracted by Colombia, that's going to be interesting. And more like Latin America. That might open up an opportunity for Montana to come back or something. Yeah, they still really like each other, but that's only a matter of time. They would have eventually probably stopped liking each other. 1763. As we enter oh, okay, so it looks like Colombia kind of got their stuff together. Uh-oh. Where's Guanajuato at? Oh, that's gonna change. Oh, Colombia is now coming in hard now. They're not messing around. Okay, so real quick for the last time, let's check on development. We've got Guanajuato back in second place. Indiana actually leapfrogged them for a second, but yeah, they're back in a strong second after taking what is that? Iowa and Arizona or whatever. La Plata in fourth. A lot of new world, strong new world civs. Strong new world nations, I mean. Montana not too far behind. There's Ming, obviously dropping by quite a bit. Colombia New England. Man, would have been interesting to see what would have happened to New England. I imagine they'd eventually continue to take out New York. Oh, and there's the war right there. So that just happened. Oh, here's Guanajuato back to save the day. Yeah, so Rhode Island and Indiana would have gained more strength. Indiana might have leapfrogged once again over Guanajuato. There's a pretty interesting border between Montana. I was going to say Manhattan. Montana and Guanajuato. And now we will see the collapse of New York, it looks like. More than likely. Columbia, I think, just lost their kind of comeback. There was a comeback going on for a second there. I think they might have regrouped, or maybe there was regiments too far into Colombian territory. And there it is. Tabasco didn't even take anything. They just released Portugal. That was sweet of them. Also Peru. They just did that to just mess with Colombia. That's messed up. That is totally messed up. South Dakota now going after Montana. And now we see the end of New York at the last second. It doesn't matter. New England is here. We've got the ultimate new state with new in their name. Yeah, and Indiana's just giving all this stuff up. So New England would have been an interesting power to have seen what would happen. Jeez, these wars are getting too big because the game can barely play. Yep, New South Wales didn't end up doing anything. And there it is. Okay, so we're going to end it right there. New England looks good. New England looks real good. Actually, let me play for just a second. Just want to see what these alliances look like. Guanajuato now only allied to... Oh, no, never mind. They're good. There's no way this stays, though. There's no way. I don't think they stay. Anyways, thank you, Rhode Island. Thank you for forming this nation. Thank you guys for the support. Again, I know there's going to be people that want me to continue on, but, you know, you'll see why I can't really continue on tomorrow or the next day or, you know. But, yeah, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate everything that you guys have done and all the support. Really enjoy this series. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time.